Good morning, Vietnam. Good morning, everybody. It's the Truth Serum. If it's your first time here, welcome. I appreciate your support. And if it's anybody else that comes in, I really appreciate um, all that stuff. Um, NFL bets, etc. Well, I don't know how many of you people gamble and play, get down on games, but we're going to look at a couple games. All right, let's look at a couple games. Oh, I bet the Cowboys. I moved the line minus 13.5, and I moved the line on the Colts minus 6.5. I don't know. This New Orleans Saints, Jekyll and Hyde. I'm just trying to catch a home team to win by a touchdown, and the Cowboys to rock and roll, which I really never bet the Cowboys, but you could get 8-1 on that. Just move the line. Move the line. You don't have to just use the traditional line that Vegas offers. You have the ability to move the line and get certain odds, less or greater odds in relationship to moving the line. Use your head. Don't be a robot. Make some money. Come on. Make a couple bucks. You could pay your rent. Maybe buy a steak or something. Take your family on a trip. Gamble. We're trying to gamble over here. Well, let's look at some of the lines, my good people. 49ers. Well, wait. That game was already gone. That's gone. Wake up. Well, I've been looking at this Eagles at Philadelphia and Washington, traditional historical rivals, and Philly's going in there -7. I don't know if that went up or down, but that Ron Rivera, great linebacker for Chicago years ago, but he stinks as a coach. That Eric Bieniemy, that bum, that's the offensive coordinator. And then you got Sam Howell. That's the trifecta of filth. But, that Washington's been playing tough, but I don't trust their coaching and their decision-making. And, I mean, Sam Howell has an upside, but he's not being utilized by the coach, Rivera, or Bieniemy. They're not doing him any favors. I mean, they seem to always be in these games. But I'd like to see Philadelphia just trounce them. Just trounce them, I mean, get back to reality. You got the Jets at the Giants, and Zach Wilson, is the jury still out on him? Yeah, of course they just need more ground control. It's going to be a low scoring game. Have the Jets defense take over, maybe get a turnover here or there, and then muster up a victory. I mean, when the Giants put all their apples in Saquon Barkley, I mean, Barkley, okay, but it's that kind of game where a great ground game for two mediocre quarterbacks, a great ground game might get you the W, but I'd rather take the Jets defense. And there is an upside, and they do have great special teams, and they have great receivers. I mean, if Wilson can just moderate the game, just control the game, maybe a couple 15-yard passes here or there, just ball control game, whatever that line is, 3.5, 4, 4.5. I think that's a cherry. I think that's a complete cherry. So I think And they showed Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball on his leg, moving all that. It's all theater. That's all theater. You got a torn Achilles. It'll be December or not. Maybe if they make the play, but he won't be ready to next year. So that's just theater for all the Jets fans. And oh, look at he's throwing the ball. Oh, he's bouncing around on his legs and everything. He must be healed. No, he ain't healed. Got a torn Achilles. So what else we got on here? The Buffalo Bills, they're just mustering up victories, but that Coach McDermott, scrub. He called 3 timeouts for the other team the other day. The other team was scrambling. He's calling timeouts. And you know what? The producers, they always show camera three, show the scrub, and they'll show the Bills coach McDermott, like, you knucklehead, why'd you do that? He did it 3 times. And almost Tampa Bay had a chance to come back at the end when the game just looked so out of reach in the fourth quarter. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's too much. It is just too crazy when you got. And the Bills defense, you know how I feel about the Bills defense. They caught Baker Mayfield and they look good. That cornerback, he's a bum. He didn't make plays on the ball. They were just poorly thrown balls. Any quarterback rated higher than Baker Mayfield will exploit that. These Bills better be very, very careful. Yeah, they're squeaking out stuff, but they're vulnerable and they can be exposed by the right offense. And Dorsey and their coaching gets a D, a fail, a F. The Bills coaching gets an F. And you can't just be a one dimension, put Josh Allen out there and Diggs and just think, that's the formula to a win when you have a suspect defense. We end up with this McDermott, this scrub. Wow. And we got rid of everybody else that was any good, They didn't want to pay. So they should rot on the vine. The Bills, they should rot. And I'm a fan. They should rot because these millionaire owners are just thinking about their bottom line and they're not thinking about the fans. And we're all sitting there, oh, geez, they lost. Oh, yeah. Cry them a river, you suckers. Cry a river for those billionaires. Cry. The New York Jets, I think the Jets is a good bet. I think the formula is right. It's going to be a low-scoring game, but special teams, special teams, it's a mismatch. Defense, it's a mismatch. If Wilson can just control the game, they should be all right. They should be all right. But who else we got here? Oh, the 49ers and Chiefs. That we're going to bring the big boys out. The 49ers have a lot of injuries. That's 7.5. I think it's down to 6.5. But you're undermanned with a lot of injuries, and you're just going to have to watch that Patrick Mahomes. If I'm not betting Patrick Mahomes, I'm not going to bet the game because I'm not going to sit there and throw up and watch him go up and down the field, for that matter. But back to the Jets. I think the Jets are a very, very sound football team in all areas. Kicking game, special teams, the guy that receives the kickoffs, whatever, I can't think, but these guys are like, they're speedsters, but I think that if Wilson can just control the game a little bit, that's easy. Bet 1,000, bet 2,000 on them. Bet them. Go to the bank. Go nuts. It's free money. Go get the money. Go get that money. But like that the Washington Commanders, you got that Ron Rivera. Now who are these? Just because they changed their name from the Washington Redskins and all that woke bullshit, they should lose every game anyways, because that's not that guy don't have any cayunes or I'd have fought it. I mean, the Indians weren't complaining. Oh, geez, the Redskins. Oh, gee, For that matter, they should rot on the vine. They should rot on the vine. And that poor Sam Howell, he's at the mercy of bad coaching. And you got that bum Bieniemy as the OC. They're scrubs. They're scrubs. They always played Philadelphia historically tight. But I don't know. I think Hurts and Philadelphia might just have a party today and just really, really exploit. Washington's been hanging in these games every week, and but I think they're just going to get exploited by 16, 17. I'd move the line. I'd get odds. If the line is 7, I'd take Philadelphia minus 16.5 and get 3 to 1, 3.5 to 1 on my money, and just watch that Ron Rivera throw up and puke on the sideline with that bum Bieniemy. Which this Ron Rivera's claim to fame. He can't. He's not a thinking. They're not strategists. They're just, there's so much parity in the NFL. Number one, there's so much parity. But you have to be a chess player coach, offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator to play this chess game and utilize your strengths the best way you can. Don't have your weaknesses be exploited by another team. Minimize damage, mitigate damages. No, you got these scrubs that fill into these positions and they get exploited. And there might be equal talent on the field. The Washington Redskins defense has one of the best defensive front four in the league. And I'm still touting Philly by 16. Even with that being said, I don't know. Maybe I'm nuts. I'll either be eating filet mignon or I'll be eating bologna sandwiches. That's all. That's what us gamblers do. That's all. That's all I could say, because that's how we like to roll. That's how we do it. But there's some other games on there. What about the World Series? Arizona said not so fast, Texas. Not so fast. But I think in the long run, I think the Texas Rangers are a destiny team. I think it's just destiny that, for that matter. And I do believe they have a better pitching staff, That's all. Yeah, Mahomes has got the flu. He could have a broken leg. It don't matter, bro. The flu is nothing. Like Michael Jordan had the flu game. Michael Jordan, he scored 63. Mahomes could have the flu. He could have smallpox. He could have rubella. And he could have everything else. All he needs is that name saying Mahomes on the jersey. I might just go get a jersey that says Mahomes on it, and I'll be the king. Everything I touch turns to gold. I might just go buy a Kansas City Chiefs jersey. It says Mahomes. You can't lose. Mickey, you might get women, money. You might make scores. Geez, just do it. Just like manifest your own reality. Look at that. Look at that. This is not sports, because I'm a Renaissance man. This is just not sports. I was talking about how to manifest things into your reality, and it just doesn't mean making scores to attain money. manifest things, how to manifest things, bring things into your life that you would wish for. Watch that video. I'm not just geez, no, no. Very cerebral here. That's why I live to be 60 years old so far. Check that out. Manifest things into your life. So what every average person would want to manifest wealth, of course, before health. You'd want to manifest wealth before health. To each his own. Don Johnson gets back rubs from the Dolphins cheerleaders at halftime. Spataro. So that's a little recap on some of those games, my good people. It's been a while since I did these videos. I did the manifest video, and I'm trying to make people aware of what we really are as a humanoid hominid, what we really are, and what our really origins are. What is this human being on Earth? What is he really? Evolutionary or what? Forget that Darwin's theory with the missing link and all that garbage they've been teaching you. But I've been telling you guys you're kings and queens. When I've been telling you guys you're kings and queens, be the kings and queens of your world, I mean it literally. Because we all have that divine spark, the God spark, the God power within us. I mean it literally. Think your way into, think your way up. Don't think your way down. You know how you bargain your way up? You leverage up. Leverage up. Don't leverage down. So many people aren't confident, they're depressed, and they let the world beat the shit out of them. You know why the world beats the shit out of you? Because you let them. That's all. We have God power. Our lineage is commingling from the gods. Mr. Amari, I got my crew here today. All I need is 3 or 4. You know how I do it. I'm the king no matter what. And these guys are the kings no matter what. This is a select club here. Thinkers. Oh, I got a good gangster. I remember the good gangster story. I'll do that next week. I remember something about my godfather that it was tripping me out, and when he was older, and we'll do that. We'll do a Guido story, Siciliano, and I'm gonna learn how to make sauce next week too, because it's almost a crime if you're Sicilian and you don't know how to make sauce, man or woman. It's a crime in 4 provinces in Italy if you don't know how to make sauce. They'll come and arrest you if you don't know how to make sauce. If you live in Italy, yeah, it's true. But I'm gonna learn. Be nice to have a nice, beautiful Sophia Loren lady. I need a beautiful co-host lady here to do a show with me. I'm taking applications. All right. There's no pay involved. I might, I don't know. The co-host might have to buy me some better lighting and, software and stuff like that. So if you're out there, any millionaire ladies out there that are looking for the best guy on the planet, here I am. I might hire you or not. You're going to pay me, but I can hire or fire you while you pay me. That's the way I like it. Okay. Oh man, the crowd. Oh man. My good people and best wishes. On the South Side, I would remember on Sundays, my mother, God rest her soul, she wrote an article in the paper and they published it. And it said, you could smell the sauce in the air on Sundays. Boy, you'd go down that street. The minute you came off that block to the South Side where all the Italians lived, you could smell that sauce in the air. Oh, thank you. Thank you, God Creator. Thank you. And we get older and, it's nice to reminisce and everything, but it's not too late. It's not too late. I think I got a couple more years left in me. So that would be nice. I remember years ago, I'm a young pup. This Italian girl, I'm going to date this Italian girl. Her father owns a prestige Italian restaurant. She's going to come over, and she was going to come over and make spaghetti and everything. And I was like, yeah, maybe she got taught. Maybe she learned, because the daughters used to stand near the stove with the mothers, and they used to watch how the mother made everything. The daughters, the little Italian girls, they would watch their mothers, and by the time they were 12, 11, 13, they could make their own sauce. So this girl comes over, and I'm like, yeah, she's probably going to make a good sauce. She comes over with a grocery bag, and I thought that's where she had the containers. She had ragu, jars of ragu. She had a jar of ragu, jarred sauce in there. I said, oh, what's this? She said, oh, what do you expect me to do? Slave over the stove for you? So I said, how about this? Get the hell out of here, Sally. Get out of here. This is the wrong place. Get out. Now go catch a bus. You're not getting a ride home. Now go catch a bus. Exit stage left. They're losing Dapper the Rapper's back. See, if I stay on here long enough, I could get my crew in here. But what I've noticed is that every generation, whether you have the Irish food, the German food, people keep up with their culture's food. And it seems like it diminishes down. I'm 60. When I was a teenager, I have Irish friends, German friends, and their parents, they were making this. Check this out, Jojo, eat this. But, oh, wow, that's good. And you could check out other cultural food, which was cool. Now, it seems like as I got older, it seems like nobody cares about it anymore. They're lazy punks. Everybody turned lazy, and, I don't know. It's like people don't want to embrace their culture. Your ancestors would roll in their graves. Now me, I gotta go buy sauce in a jar, and I just to go through the motions of having pasta. And I never thought I'd do that in a million years. Well, Joe, you're lazy. Just learn how to make some sauce. I can never compare to my mother's sauce. I can never compare to my grandfather's sauce. I can't match up to that. I can't match up to that. So we're talking football. We're talking food. I don't know what else we're talking about. Mr. Spataro wants the marinara sauce and the Dolphins cheerleaders. Those Dolphins cheerleaders had us crazy for 35 years. What the heck? Buy Rayos if need be. Tell you. So, hey, I appreciate you guys coming in here and helping me out, I like to have fun a little bit. And I've gotten away from the mafia stories because I'm not a one-trick pony. And, there's many. I'm a Renaissance man. There's many, many different faces and sides of the truth serum. And I don't know. I try to mix it up. But, and them clowns that subscribe and unsubscribe, get lost. I don't give a shit. What do you think you subscribe? Like, what am I going to lose sleep? Holy cow. What? You see, I'm trying to raise people's consciousness. You raise people's consciousness that this traditional world that we've been conformed into, we've been conformed to live this certain structured way of educational, and then you do this, then you're supposed to do this at this age, then you're supposed to do this at this age. It's not the true essence of the way you were supposed to live your lifespan. Not to me, because I believe in that we are all gods. Half of the Bible that I do put credence in the Bible. A lot of it is just to control you from the Roman Catholic Church. I'll say it. Well, there's good precepts in the Bible, but you got to go back to Enoch in the First Testament to really know who you are and what you are. The Pope, them devils, the Pope over there, the Roman Catholic Church, is the worst organization that's killed millions and millions and millions of people around this planet Earth in the name of what? Love and compassion? Come on, folks. So they don't want you to let you know that you have the power. You have the God spark in you. It's not over there. You don't need to buy it. You don't need to achieve it. You already own it and possess the divine spark in you, the God spark. There's not only this one God that the Bible tells you about. There's not one God, all right? There's not one God that bullshit Bible tells you about. No. And everything else, like the Emerald Tablets and the Dead Sea Scrolls and all that, that's all been suppressed from your ability to obtain that information. It's out there, but Joe Blow ain't going to go pursue that because he's content with this Roman Catholic bullshit. That's why I say be the kings and queens that you were born to be. You have the divine spark. I don't like little bitches that just cry, oh, poor me, oh, this and that. Oh, really? Then you're just born a bitch. You're just born a helpless bitch. But the trick of it is, you're going to get it all here today. I'm going to let you know a trick of the universe, okay? That I always knew. And that's why I dodged death at least 7, 9, 11 times. This is hard to display, this formula. And I expect to get some donations after I give you guys these golden nuggets. I expect some donations after this. All right. I expect some, because I'm going to give you now this is a hard formula for me especially to pull off about manifesting what you want to bring into your reality. Number one, you have to possess unconditional love, okay? Hard to do. I get on the road in traffic, somebody cuts me off. Road rage. That's not unconditional love. I should have said, well, that person's having a rough day. Go ahead, you go first and display unconditional love. Why? Because your frequency in your body will vibrate at a higher level. Well, what's that mean? It means you're the tuning rod into the universe. You need a connection to bring things into your universe. So, unconditional love. All right. Now, you want to manifest something. Let's go back to the house or a car. And you also have to not eat anything that was dead of dead meat, because meat has dead DNA in it, and that will restructure your cells, and you can't be that vibrant lightning rod. It'll bring down your frequency. So your diet is more important also. All right. I know I got some smart people here that can follow. Stay with me. Stay along here. Vibrate higher, unconditional love. Change your diet. Boom, boom, boom. Now you're ready to rock and roll. Now you have to, what would you like to bring into your world? A nice car. Okay. Or it could be anything, but you have to be very specific. Just not a nice car. It's the universe. Like a waitress wants to take your order. You can't tell the waitress, I just want meat and potatoes. No, she's going to say, what kind of potatoes? Mashed, fries, blah, blah, blah. What kind of meat? Well, blah, blah, blah. Be very specific when you give the universe your order. I want a house on 722 West Hutchins Street. Then the next step. Feel the feeling. If you were in that house, feel the feeling like it already happened. See, in the laws of quantum physics and manifestation and creating on this matrix, you put the result first and you feel it as if it was reality. And the matrix and the materialization and the manifestation will catch up to it. Like I said, it's like the Indians. They used to. I asked the Indian about the rain dance and the rain, and he said, "We feel the rain as if it's already raining. We feel the drops pouring off of us. You feel the result first, but." The church wants you to bring things into your reality by, do you even know what amen means being translated? Amen. I'm not even going to tell you. Amen. You even know what the translation of that is? We're not even going to go there. All right. So they want you to be in a begging posture. I need the church and I better give the church money or else I'm not going to get any miracles. I'm not going to get anything. Beggars. I call them prayer beggars. Your prayers and your thoughts just go up into the atmosphere and they dissipate. So now you feel the feeling as if you're in that car or house. You know, if you want to feel the feeling, feel that feeling. On the matrix in quantum physics, when we're all particles, You can change particles. Thoughts change particles. It's a holographic world, in case you didn't know. So, but we're led to believe that we're just little human beings from cavemen, and we evolved from a barbarian ape, and then it took our minds. No, we intermingled with the gods. The God power seed mingled with these hominids, but you never were taught that. And then they knew these ways of manifestation. They knew this stuff. So you have the power to be outside of your traditional mind and bring things into your world that you might want. Not for greed or ego, because that's a deal breaker. Oh, just let me manifest all this stuff so I can look cool and get bitches and whores and cars and houses and I could be a superstar. No. I would, if I got to be prosperous, I would do it to help others. If I attained prosperity the way I was taught from my elders was to be a generous, good person in the world. If I do good, I want to spread it and help people, not for ego or bitches and, other self-absorbed ideals. No. So now here's another aspect to it. All right, raise your vibration, eat better, be specific on what you want to manifest. And then you meditate, walk on the grass. No shoes. You have to vibrate to the Mother Earth. You have to vibrate. Take them shoes off. When you're barefoot, connected, you're in homeostasis. You're vibrating at the same level of Mother Earth. So you have to unlock these facts, these things that are easy. That they're easy. It's not complicated. And if I want that car, I feel like I'm driving the car. I can smell the exhaust. In my house, I got a picture of that car. Thank you and then you're already thanking the universe for that car. You have it on your wall. You have your car everywhere. You're living it. You're feeling it. And you're already giving thanks for having it before it's even manifested. And that's it in a nutshell. Unconditional love is hard to demonstrate. Unconditional love. I got to go out of this house, and I know the world is crazy and everything else, and people aren't thinking straight sometimes, but you got to overlook it and say, hey, they're trying to rise their vibration too. Just like me, I'm trying to raise my vibe. I'm trying to raise my frequency for unconditional love. And then I can see, if you demonstrate that in the matrix in quantum physics, in goodwill and faith will match that. You're asking the universe for a date, but you got to operate at love default and bring your frequency up. So the universe will say, wow, this entity is trying to pull something off here and seems to be doing all right with good intention, because you're not going to fool the universe to thinking the universe is going to give you all this money and wealth and then you're just going to be an asshole. No, you can't fool the universe with the right intention. Now that's what when these things came out years ago, they were saying the big secret, manifest everything. See, those clowns, they sold all those books and everything, but they left out a couple really key components to that formula. Your intention, your good intention. Everybody was like, oh, let me buy the book. I'll be the fucking coolest shit anywhere else. I have the broads, I have the cars, the houses, and the money. I'll be the coolest shit. Then they were all crying a year later. How come nothing ever manifested for them? Because they got conned. The author of the book manifested their reality and got the money and laughed at all them suckers because they didn't, number one, be very specific. Not I want a house and a car or a better job. You got to state specifically the job, the location, the house, the location, the car, what year, what make, what model, what kind of tires, what kind of ribs, what kind of upholstery. Smell the upholstery when you're in it. Feel it. Suckers. Just a little poor human being. And, oh, geez, I'm having a bad day because this happened and that happened. We have God power in us. That's not in our genetic code. See, that's the earthly aspect of our genetic code. Then we have another in our chromosomes and DNA. We have the God spark DNA. Which one will you choose to be? You want to move like the gods that intermingled with the earthlings? You want to operate in a God spark, God power fashion? Or do you want to revert back to your animalistic caveman in you that's just yeah. You have the power and free will to make, and even Jesus told some of the people, told some of the disciples, you can do the same thing I do. Even there's parts in the New Testament where he said, you have the power. You see? You have that. Now there's other characters like Jesus and that God, and then there's other characters thousands of years before that were it was the same basic premise, the same story plan, the same conceptual thing they were talking about. So that's why I always say, be the kings and queens that you were born to be. I mean, it's very simple. It just sounds like, oh, that sounds good, truth serum. Yeah, I'll just be, yeah. There is more to a human than we are taught and led to believe through grade school, through our parents don't know. I mean, nobody looks up this knowledge. You just live a traditional life, conform to the norms and mores of society, and you could still have a good life and still be wealthy. But when you die, don't you want a ticket to the universe, the real heaven? Don't you want a ticket to the intergalactica universe, which is the real heaven, what they would describe as that? I mean, I want to go interplanetary. I want to go into the intergalactic realm. And it sounds far-fetched for anybody that hears this, but it's real. It's real. It's real. So we're talking sports, the Dapper the Rapper, the New York Jets, Spataro, Mr. Amari. I appreciate you guys coming in here. because one of you is going to pick up a Scooby snack. One of you is going to pick up a nugget and demonstrate something. I said, see, I have to come back. I was dead. I had to come back and try to share more stuff. Stuff that you could sink your teeth in, not just goofy violent mafia stories, you know. So I owe to the universe. I owe to the God, my God. That's not the Bible's God. I owe to my God that I have to try to share a little information. So I says, well, people aren't going to understand it or accept it. Well, it don't matter, the truth serum. It don't matter. You're going to have to utter the words. You're going to have to speak the words. The words are the most powerful thing. So I got to hold up my end of the bargain. Whether people accept it, they accept it. If they don't, they don't. That's all. I mean, I got no control over that. I can go in good faith and try to say, hey, you want to check this out? You know, you want to try this? Try it. You like it, you know? If not, hey, you know, just people live their life and they don't entertain that. That's just gibberish to them. But I'm looking to do other things once this experience in this body, in this vessel, once this vessel stops in this realm, I'm looking to move on into the, you know, other realms, other dimensions. You're sitting there right now, whoever's watching this, you're sitting right there right now. There's other parallel dimensions right near you. There's other parallel dimensions, all, you know, the 11th, 12th dimension. Most people are just right in the third dimension, but there's other dimensions and realities. There's rips where strange things happen, because sometimes those dimensions, there's entanglement and weird supernatural things happen. It's not weird and it's not supernatural. It's natural. If you knew the facts and you knew the science behind it, it would be natural. It's not a miracle. It's not supernatural. It's just the way things could always be if you thought it into reality, if you perceived it the way you'd perceive it. But that's that. So I appreciate you guys coming in here. If you want to support the channel and maybe I could eat some filet mignon, I'd really appreciate it. And hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to manifest a millionaire to come in here and watch this and donate big time to my channel. If you know how to manifest the truth serum, well, why don't you manifest? Then I'll give 25% of the money to charity. All right? I'll give 25% to charity. And I'll show the receipts. All right? So that's that. At the least, subscribe, share, hit the like button, comment, and do all that stuff in goodwill and good faith. Because you know what? That's the real currency. That's the real money. That's the real money. Okay? So I appreciate you guys coming in here. On a serious note, I appreciate you and the universe. And let's operate on a higher frequency. Let's just get that established, number one, about trying to bring good things into our life. Just get that established first. Laugh, feel good. You know how when somebody walks in a room, they bring the room up, you could feel their vibe. Raise your vibe, raise your frequency. That's the beginning of your journey to having a prosperous life according to you. All right? Thank you, folks. And may your God bless you. And I appreciate your support. And if you're betting today, I hope you make a score. And hit the subscribe button. And for the clowns that unsubscribe, I don't care. Unsubscribe. Come on. You know, but I'm trying to raise my vibe, so I can't get aggravated and pissed off because people aren't at that. They're not raising their vibe. They're juvenile. They're retarded, and they're not raising their frequency. So I got to brush that off and wish them better, that they can get a little more conscious and aware of what is really going on. So that's that. Dolphins. So thank you, folks. I'll check you out next week, and I got a good story. I got another story about a killer, a thriller, and it's not Phyllis Diller. All right, folks. God bless.